Recording in progress.
Yes,
So
Sudarshan.
we completed discussing all the special purpose domains and we started events domains also. Adverse event domain we discussed. So now today we'll discuss medical history domain. So what is medical history domain? What this domain will capture? So this domain is captured if subject is having any previous or past in the past, if you have any medical problems, any diseases, any illness, or else any surgeries, you went through any surgeries. Okay. The previous medical problems. Any accidental information we will capture in this MH domain. So what this domain will capture? This domain captures the past medical history of a subject. What is that? It is either illness, diseases, or surgeries, or any accidental information. In this domain, we are going to capture. Okay, the subject is having, okay, subject is having any previous or past medical history before the treatment, even after signing the informed consent also. Anything is medical history only. After the treatment, if you got any medical problem, any illness means, what is that going to be?
Adverse effect.
It's going to be concomitant. Going to be, yeah, medical history. After the treatment, if you got any illness or any disease, it's going to be your adverse event, correct? For adverse event, you'll take concomitant medication. Clear? So before the treatment, any problem if you come, it's going to medical history. Okay, clear, everyone? So for example, previously subject has some asthma or some accident, you went with, okay, you have some fever also, you have some typhoid, you have some dengue. Previously, some years back, he met with an accident. Some years back, he met with a surgery. So everything going to be medical history. Okay. So what's the structure of the domain? One record per medical history, even what's subject. One record per medical history event per subject. Okay. That means for each event, you're going to have one observation. So for example, one subject have 3 medical problems. What is that meaning? So for each medical problem, you're going to have one observation. So 3 medical problems means 3 observations you're going to get in output data set. Okay. So what is the topic variable here? What is the topic variable for AE domain? AE term, right? So similarly, MH domain is going to be MH term. Your topic variable. Okay. So what are the identifier variables? What are the common variables we have? Subject ID, sorry. Study ID, domain name, unique subject ID, and sequence number. These are common variables. will come in every domain. Okay. So now let us discuss about the each variable in detail. Okay, study ID. Study ID is nothing but study identifier. So we are discussing in every domain, right? What is study identifier is nothing but, tell me anyone?
Name of the study.
Simple. So the study identifier will capture the study name of the study, or a protocol name will capture. What is the domain? Domain abbreviation. So here we are discussing about image domain. So we have to capture as image. What is unique subject ID? It's a combination of what? Your study ID,
Site ID and subject.
site ID, and subject ID. MH sequence is nothing but sequence number. So whenever one subject have multiple observations, definitely you have to derive the sequence number. Already I gave the sequence derivation. You have to follow the same sequence derivation here also. Okay. Next, MH term. The label is reported term for the medical history. Means, what is that exactly medical problem? The term we are going to capture here. For example, previously subject has some asthma. Okay. Previously subject have an headache. Previously subject met with an accident. Maybe some broken leg was happened. So what is the medical problem? The term, the medical reported term, we are going to capture in a MH term variable. Why? Because it's going to be your topic variable. Here only exact information about the domain will capture in the topic variable. Correct? Next. MHD code. MHD code. Dictionary derived code. MHD code is nothing but dictionary derived code. Okay. So what is the image? For example, asthma. What is the asthma meaning as per medical history? Tell me which medical dictionary you are going to refer. We are going to refer. In A domain, which medical dictionary we referred? Medra, right?
Yes.
Medra 2.5.
25.10 version is running. So we have to refer this dictionary as per medical dictionary. As per medical dictionary. For each MH term, what is the names? You have to capture in MH term. For each MH term, as per medical dictionary, for each MH term, what is the values? Will capture in a MHD code variable. Okay. Next, MH body sys. Okay, body system or an organ class means due to this medical problem, for example, due to this asthma, maybe his respiratory system is affected. Which body system is affected, which organ class is affected, that we have to capture. Or else maybe his nervous system is affected. Which body system is affected? Okay, that we have to catch. For which body system is affected? Okay. Next. MH category. Category for medical history. Category for medical history. Means based on the terms, the medical problems you may have, if you have information about the categories, you can divide into categories also. So generally, this headaches, fever comes under general category. For example, subject have previously heart attack, any heart related disease comes under cardiac. So the based on the terms, we have information, we'll capture it into different categories. And we have MH subcategory also. Okay. Subcategory of medical history. Apart from this main category, if you have some extra information, we'll pass into subcategory. Okay. And apart from these variables, you have some general and common variables. MH pre-specified and MH occurrence. These two variables always come together. That should also be discussed. Medical history, medical history event pre-specified. What is the meaning of pre-specified? Pre-specified is nothing but occurrence. Sorry, pre-specified is nothing but expected, right? Expectedness. Particular medical problem, is it expected before or not? Is it expected? Expectedness. If it is expected, yes or else no. We have to capture yes or no. Occurrence means particular event was occurred or not. This medical history occurrence. Again, if it is occurred or not, yes or no. In AE also we discussed it, right? Pre-specified and occurrence. Okay, same way here also. For example, your MH terms you have and your MH pre-specified and occurrence. Okay, let's assume 101 subject. I have an asthma. Okay, and you have different terms. Let us assume asthma is there, back pain is there, skin rashes. So let's assume the asthma is not expected, back pain he may expect it, skin rashes also let us assume he may expect it. In those asthma was occurred, back pain not occurred, skin rashes was occurred. Okay, so pre-specified means is expecting before. If it is expected before, yes or no. In those given terms, which was occurred, that occurrence you have to give yes or no. Clear? So remember, always these two variables will come together and it will come in every domain. Almost.
Sudarshan, I have a doubt here.
Yeah.
So medical history means before giving the treatment, we are taking whether that person suffer with that particular disease or anything or not, right?
Correct.
So what about that prescribed and occurrence means on which part on means
Pre-specified,
on-
okay, pre-specified. So
Uh-huh.
maybe because with these, we'll ask a subject, okay?
Yeah.
These things you are expecting or not. Okay, maybe previously you met with a surgery. Okay, after surgery, you expected the back pains and skin rashes.
Okay. Okay. This is not the depends on the term like the medicine that we are now injecting, right?
No, it's not depends
So-
on our clinical treatment.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. Got it.
completely previous versions only. Completely is previous medical problems only.
Okay. Okay.
Previous
Thanks.
these terms we have what these all these terms it was previously it was already happened.
Yeah.
So already
So if he has, if the person suffered with asthma means
this
then
asthma
medical history
yes,
is
it is occurred.
occurred. Okay.
Back pain after surgery, they told that in their hospital, they told that you after the surgery you may expected the back pains. They told okay, pre-specified, but it was not occurred.
Okay. Okay.
So why they will collect this information? That time maybe they not occurred. After our clinical trials have started, may go occur, right?
Yeah. Got it. Thanks, sir.
Okay. Next, two more variables. MH stat. Stat is nothing but completion status. Completion status. So you will going to have only one observation called not done. You have to capture as a not done. Why? When we'll capture not done? So, for example, you just mention in the data only term details are available. When it is started, when it is ended, some other ways pre-specified, occurrence, occurred or not. All the details are nothing, it is collected. Then that time you have to mention particular term status is not done. If not done, you have to write a reason. MH next one more variable you have. MH reason for not done. Reason for medical history event not done. So why these details are not done? It means why this medical history details are not collected from the subject. You have tried a reason. Maybe, for example, subject is refused to provide the details. That's the reason you haven't collected the details. Or else maybe subject left the site early. Before completing the details, he left the site early. That's also maybe the reason. So you have to capture the reason also. So how programmatically you have to do it? For example, you can write a programmatically. If your MHST details in this medical history start dates are missing, but particularly each term, start dates are missing and end dates are missing. Then your MH stat is going to be not done. So then your status is going to be not. If not done, write a reason. If your MH stat is not done, MH stat is not done, Then your reason for not done. Mention for the reason for not. Okay, I'm just giving an example. In the raw data, which variable is available for reason for not done, that variable you have to assign. Programmatically. Okay, clear? So always these two variables also will come together. Completion status. The status was details are not collected correctly. Status is not done. If not done, you have to write a reason. Okay, next. MHSTDTC and MHEMDTC. So you could have understand what is STDTC is nothing but start date. Start date and time of medical history event. Okay, end date and time of the medical history event. End date and time of the medical history. Okay. So for example, previously subject have some asthma problems. So from when he started suffering with the asthma, when it was cured. Okay, so the start dates and end dates you have to capture. Going to be a start date, this is going to be your end date. For each term, start date and end date. Okay, but make sure remember all these dates should be there in a character data type. For all the rules, for all the dates, the same rule should be there in character data type and should be there in a standard form. Okay, clear? Next, MHDTC. Date and time of collection. So when these details are collected from the subject, this is a collection date. So this is was occurred date. For example, asthma was started and this is the starting date and date. Where when this all this medical problem details you are collected from the subject. When we will collect? Mostly when we will compare screening time, that time we'll ask the subject all these details and we'll correct. So date and time of history collection. So the collection date is different. Okay, clear? Maybe in the 2022, the 2023, recently we are collected the details. So these dates are different and this collection date is different. So this is the details collection date from the subject. We'll ask the subject and we'll ask, right, tell me your medical problems. So they'll note it down in the CRM. So that date is going to be your detail. Okay, that's going to be a character data type and it should be there in a standard form. Okay, and you have image BY also. Study day of history collection. Tell me what is the standard formula to derive the MHDY? How to derive MHDY? You are going to derive based on study day. What is the standard formula? I gave already, right? This is a standard derivation of there. Based on image DTC and RFSTDTC, right? It's coming in every domain. Okay. Here, what is the standard formula for MHDY? MHDTC minus RFSTDTC plus 1 when MHDTC greater than or equal to RFSTDTC. If it is less than, just do the pence. MHDTC minus RFSTDTC. Clear? Remember everyone formula? Coming in every domain. In the starting only, I gave the standard study day derivation. Okay. Okay. Next, see here. MH duration. So duration is nothing but, for example, here how many days it is there. For example, around 2 months it is there. So 2 years it is 3 years, 17, 18, 19, 20. Around 3 years is there. So the duration we have to capture. The duration we won't derive here directly from the CRF. We'll have the subject and we'll capture the details in the CRF from the CRF means from the raw data set we'll derive. We'll capture. Programmatically we won't derive. Generally meaning will be end date minus start date. If you do it, you will get a duration. Okay, sometimes so what will happen? Subject may not remember exact end date, but he may remember, okay? I suffered from 2 years, I suffered from 3 years, I suffered from 1 year. Can able to roughly he can tell. But he cannot able to tell exact start date and end date. That's the reason always duration will derive from the raw data only. Programmatically, you won't derive end date minus start date. Sometimes maybe end date may not be available. So in SGTM level, we will capture from the CRF only. Okay. Let's see the next variable. These are very direct variables actually. In A domain also will sub. MHEN RTPT, end relative to reference time point. So we're going to get our observations like this: before, after, ongoing, you are coincident. When it will be before, for example, your MH STD is less than RF STD, then your EN RTPT values are before. So mostly this scenario will satisfy because MH domain is a medical history domain. So obviously your start date will come before treatment start date only. When it be after MH STD is greater than RF STD, then EN RTPT will be after. Okay. Ongoing means start date is given, end date is missing. Then it's going to be ongoing. Okay, so asthma, for example, asthma start date is given, end date is not given. What is that meaning? Particular subject is still suffering from that asthma. So then your EN RTPT values will get ongoing. When it will be unknown, both start dates and end date, both are missing, means it's unknown. For example, if a start date and date, so for your MH start date, your treatment start date, both are same date, is going to be coincident. Okay, so like this, we have to derive EN RTPT values. Same in AE domain also same we discussed. Remember guys? So the next variable also EMH ENTPT. End reference time point. So we have to capture a date. What is that last visit date of the subject? How can I derive the last visit date of the subject? Take the SV domain, for example. The SV domain, the last subject, last visit date going to be your last visit date. How can I derive? Take SV domain, sorted by subject ID. Take the unique subject ID. Take the last date of unique subject ID. Then take this last date assigned to the ENTP. end reference time. Okay. ENRF, end related to reference period, we are going to capture ongoing. The particular term is still ongoing, or if it is ongoing, we have to capture ongoing, or else keep it missing. Okay. That's it. These are the variables we have in an MH domain. Let me show an example. See, what are the variables have? Study ID, domain, unique subject ID, sequence number, term, decode, category, subcategory, body system, start date, ENRTPT, entity. Okay. See here. What are type of terms you have? See, asthma, frequent headache, broken leg, stroke, cardiac arrest. Decode means as per Medra dictionary, what is the use term? Asthma meaning asthma only. Frequent headaches, headache. Like this. Comes under which category? Maybe general category or cardiac category. If you have some extra information, pass to subcategory. Due to this medical problems, which body system is affected? Respiratory, muscular system, or cardiac disorders. So STD is nothing but when it was started. ENRTPT is nothing but so we have to capture before or ongoing. ENTPT, when the subject was lastly visited, the date you had. Okay, clear? This so we'll get observations in a medical history domain. Clear, guys? Any questions, anyone? Anyone have any questions? Okay. Clear? Balaji, Swami, Dharma,
Yes, Sudarshan.
Mandit. Clear? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then I'll discuss some small domain. CE domain. Simple domain. Clinical events. So remember the adverse events, right, everyone? Same in an adverse event, side effects information you have captured. In a clinical events also, we are going to capture side effects information. Then you could have asked me, so we are already capturing the side effects in AE domain. Then why again clinical event domain? So previously this clinical event domain was not there. In the latest implementation guides only, they are added the CE domain. Okay, what they are telling, right? Okay, major side effects information will capture in adverse event domain. Minor side effects information captured in a clinical event. So it depends on your study to study, or sponsor decision, which details he wants to capture in adverse event domain, which details he wants to capture in a clinical events domain. But only one thing you have to make sure, which you are already captured in adverse event domain, don't repeat in a clinical events domain. That's the reason what this domain will capture. Yes, this clinical event domain also will capture side effects information on. Okay, but this domain captures the clinical events that would not be classified under, that would not be classified as adverse event. Means if you not captured in the adverse event domain, then only capture in a clinical event. If you already captured an adverse event, don't repeat in a clinical event. Clear? Straightforward. Okay, like this, for example, some minor, for example, subject have vomitings. Okay, headache or diarrhea. Any minor side effects information will capture in a clinical events. So now what you can say? What are the variables we discussed in AE domain? Same variables will come here. But comparatively, you will get less variables only. Same variables almost. Here, what are the variables you saw? Remember, terms, decode, body system, severities, outcomes, pre-specified occurrences. These and all will not. Seriousness variables won't come. These are decode variables won't come. Same start dates, end dates, reference time points. Almost same variables will come in a. Here previously you were mentioning, for example, A term you are mentioning. Instead of A, it's going to C. A body system, C body. A severity means C severity. Like this. Okay. So let us discuss what are the variables we have in a CE domain. Now. So what is a topic variable here? So previously AE term, now it's going to be CE term is the topic variable. What are the identifier variables? What are the common variables? Study ID, domain, unique subject ID, and sequence number. Okay. So same study ID is nothing but name of domain abbreviation. So here we are discussing about CE domain. So we have to capture as a CE. Unique subject ID, it's a combination of study ID and site ID and subject ID. C sequence number you have to derive. Because here also one subject may have a multiple side effects. So definitely you will have to derive the sequence number. Okay. C term. So reported term if a clinical event. So it is a clinical event, the term we have to capture. So this is what. What is that exact side effect name? We'll capture it. Vomitings or headaches or diarrhea, whatever. The side effect name will come in a term variable because it's a topic variable. Okay. C decodes. Only dictionary code alone will capture. Dictionary derived code. Okay. Derived. So which dictionary will refer? So we'll refer the MedDraw dictionary. So as per the medical dictionary, what is the meaning of each side effect name? Will capture in a decode variable. Dictionary derived code. Okay. Next, we have some C category variable and subcategory variable also. So clinical event category. Clinical event category, clinical event subcategory. Okay. So if you have any based on the terms, based on the given terms, you can categorize it. Okay. In the given CRF form, if they are categorized anything, means all the temperature related, maybe fever or dengue or any typhoid. If that these terms are these type of terms, if they are given one categorization, you can mention that category name here. Okay. If they're not categorized anything, no problem. In each category, if you have some extra information, pass to subcategory. Category names cannot be constant. It will be vary from study to study. In your study, in your specification, how they are categorized. If their category information is given, we'll capture, or else not required. Okay. Next. C body sys. Body is nothing but body system. Body system or organ class. Means due to this adverse event, which body system is affected? Due to headache, his nervous system is affected. Maybe that does it. Okay. Or else muscular system is a respiratory system. Which body system is affected? Which system organ class is affected? That body system name we have to capture. Okay. C severity or intensity. Tell me what type of observations will come in severity and intensity. In AE, what type of observations will come? Remember anyone? What is the severity meaning?
Intensity, severe, mild.
How severe the particular adverse event, the particular side effect. Sorry. Yes, is it mild? Is it moderate? But it is severe. So how these values will capture? These are controlled terminologies, correct? So for controlled terminologies, what we have to do it? We have to refer code list document. Remember, right? This code list document, everyone. I shared, right? This code list document to everyone. The moderate, mild, moderate, severe. So this code list values we have to capture. Even when CE also, if you observe for CE domain also, you will be having the code list names. The A severity, they want some mild, moderate, severe. It's not fully controlled. They mention just a star. So some values, may other values if they also come also it was. It's a fully terminology means so we'll get it like this. Blue color names will come. So these blue color names you have to search here. So those names only we have to capture as a values. Okay, clear? Next, apart from this, some direct variables pre-specified occurrence. It will also come in other domains. Previously in A domain also it came. Pre-specified and occurrence. So in A domain also it came pre-specified and occurrence. I can tell you the same example here also. Instead of A, it's going to be C. C is pre-specified and occurrence. So pre-specified the clinical event. Expectedness. Yes or no? Occurrence. Particular clinical event is occurred or yes or no? So for example, fever, cold, back pain, okay, some vomitings, anything. So particular clinical event is pre-specified or it is specified and it was occurred or not. So let us assume fever and back pain, they're specified, they're expected before. Cold and vomiting, they're not expected. But occurrence was see, fever and cold was, even vomitings also occurred. Back pain is not. Okay. So remember these two variables will come together. Next, two more variables. So also will come together. SC stat and SC reason for not. Just now we discussed these two variables also. Stat is not but completion status. So always remember the completion status we have to capture as a not done only. If not done, you have to write a reason for not done. Okay. So your status always will get observation as a not done. When it will be not done, for example, see a term they mention, just a term name they given, start dates, end dates, with the pre-specified occurrence, or nothing details they're given. Any details if they're not collected means you have to capture as a not done. Programmatically, you can also do it like this. If CESTDT is equal to null, even CNDT is equal to null, they make the status as a not done. If not done, write a reason for not done. Okay. Reason for clinical event not done. Maybe any reason. For example, subject refused to provide the details, subject left the site early. Okay, he may not cooperated correctly. That may be any reason. That reason we have to capture. Okay, so these two variables will come together and these two also variables will come together. It's constant in almost in most of the domains. Okay. And apart from this, you have start dates and end dates also. Again, now the same variables, whatever we discussed just before. DTC, CEDT, the clinical event date of collection. So when these details were collected, collection date, start date and end date. Clinical event start date, clinical event end date. For example, 101 subject have a fever. Okay, he got a fever from 10th to 30. The 10th will be started, end date will be 13th. When all these details are collected from the subject. See, it came to hospital, it told me on 14th. So on the 14th, I corrected the details. So the collection date is different, start date and dates are different. And if you have collection date, you can derive the study date. Same standard derivation, CDTC and RFSTDTC. If you see when CDTC greater than or equal to RFSTDTC, CDTC minus RFSTDTC plus 1, if it less than, just do the minus. Okay, and this relative reference time points. Just in image domain also we discussed, in AE domain also we discussed, same end relative reference time point. So we're going to get observations like before, after, ongoing, U and coincidence. So when it is before, for example, if a clinical event is happened before the treatment, generally won't occur. Maybe the program data, maybe they're captured wrongly, you may get referred because clinical event or side effects means it will come after the treatment only, right? So mostly it will be after. If C is after treatment, means if it is CSTDTC greater than or RFSTDTC, here EN RTPT values will come after. Ongoing means STDT is given, NDT is missing, means still is suffering from particular clinical event. It's going to be ongoing. If both STDTs and NDTs is missing means it's unknown. Your SST, treatment start date and clinical event date, both will be of same date, they're going to be coincident. So today you take the treatment, today only you got fever. Today only you got vomitings or anything. So if both the dates are same, then going to be it's a coincident. Okay, so we'll get these type of observations for ENRTP values. ENTPT is nothing but same last visit date of the subject. Same from SV domain, you can derive the last visit date. ENRF will capture the ongoing details. Still he is suffering from that particular clinical events. Still it is going ongoing. We have to capture ongoing or else keep it missing. Duration, yes, duration meaning again duration of clinical event. So he suffered from fever. For example, he suffered from fever how many days? So 13th, 10th he started, 13th it was ended. So he suffered for 4 days. 13, 10, 11, 12, 13. 4 days he suffered. The number of days will capture. It's going to be duration. The duration programmatically we won't derive. This is the general formula. End date minus start date plus 1 will do. We'll get a duration. But mostly in CRF itself, they'll capture the duration details. So that details only will capture in the data set. In SDTM level, in ADAM level, if still any missing data was there, duration details if they're not collected, in ADAM level with this formula we can apply and we can derive the duration if required. Yeah. That's it. So these are the variables we have in a clinical event. It's almost similar to adverse event one. If you know adverse event, just clinical event is very similar of that one. Comparatively have less variables. Okay. See an example as well. See. What are the variables you have? Study ID, because number, term, pre-specified occurrence, status, severity, start date, end date. So for example, 1, 2, 3 subject have 4 side effects: nausea, vomitings, diarrhea, headaches. In those which are pre-specified, which are occur. Yes, sir. Status, for example, diarrhea they mentioned. Nothing details they are not collected. Start dates, end dates, no. Then keep the status as an order. You have tried to reason also, but here they did not give it. Okay. Severity, how severe it is. Particular side effect, moderate, mild, or severe. start date, end date. When it started, when it is ended. Okay, clear? Now we'll get observations in a clinical event. Clear? Any questions, anyone? Okay. If no questions, so that's it. And you have a project also for MH domain as well. So you can start doing the project. Those who are completed AE, those who are not completed AE, please submit the AE domain. Okay, guys.
Okay, so Sudarshan, to complete a question actually. So
Yeah.
I think we are ready to share the terminology and the dictionary document. Whenever it
No, I
is
didn't
sent.
get you.
Like I'm asking, referring to the terminology document and the PDF you just referred. I think we are ready to share.
That's I sent with the AE domain class notes. You can check.
AE.
It is there. I will send. I will send again. No problem. Let me check.
And- Yeah. Dictionary too. I used.
Okay, maybe I missed to forget to send to your batch. Okay, fine. I'll send all
Thank
these things actually I'm supposed to send. In AE domain, we discuss right terminologies,
Dictionary.
dictionaries, and the CTCA with version document. I'll send everything. Okay. So which I'm showing you before in the class, those things actually. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for reminding. Maybe I'll forget. Yeah. Thank you, guys. No questions. So that's it for today.
Recording
Remaining moments
stopped.
we'll discuss in the next. That's it. Continue your project. Yeah. Thank you.
Sudarshan,
Yes, Manis.
if you have some time, can you please review my code?
Okay, stay back.
Okay.